Stay tuned for DIY. Stay tuned to learn how to conserve everything. All your pieces. We are upgrading my dad's 24 volt system to a 48 volt system. This is what he currently has, is a 3000 watt grow watt 24 volt inverter. It's only 120 volts and he's got extension cords running all over the place. And we're going to upgrade to the Lux Power inverter, which is 48 volt split phase, 6000 watts, and we're going to wire it into a critical loads panel or a sub panel that's on the outside of the house, so he won't need all the extension cords running all over. Unless you like extension cords.
I'll have plenty of them afterwards.
His battery box is right down here, which this is what is current 24 volts. So you've been basically running everything off of these.
Yes.
Right here. Okay, so anyway, here's his current system right here. We're gonna cram 8 more batteries in here so we can do a 16S. So out here is gonna be our critical loads panel, which is not wired up yet. We will be wiring that all up. We're going to move the circuits from the main panel over to the sub panel. It's just making little tiny extension cords. From the old circuit that's in your main panel, you're gonna extend the wires over to the sub panel. That's how easy it is. We are gonna have to rewire some solar panels, 2 arrays, 5,000 watts each. We're gonna have to rewire this from the lower voltage that's on the inverter that he has now to the new inverter. Should be somewhat easy. We're just moving a couple of wires, but yeah, we'll see whenever we get there. Plan for today, at least, is to get the old system ripped off the wall. And while my dad is doing that, I'm going to wire up the sub panel right over here. That's all I know what we're gonna do right now.
Okay.
This is going to be the coolest day. This is
Right.
a good time to do this.
We might do the roof stuff first. What I was trying to do is just get away from not having to rewire every single panel. I thought we just had to hop up there and lift up 2 panels and make a connection. So we got to rewire them all?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we need to do that today.
Are you excited?
I am. Because if he wouldn't have been here, this would have taken me many hours. Come around this way.
It's like a magic trick.
Oh, God.
All right, so we're going to be taking not all of these, but a lot of these upper ones right up here. We're going to pull the wires off of the circuit breakers, extend the wires down, and then through this piece of conduit over here, and then wire the other end into one of these breakers over here. All we're doing is making little tiny extension cords so we can basically power everything from the sub panel. We're going to be coming off of one of the bigger circuit breakers right over here. This is going to power, going to run directly into the top up here, so that's going to be our power over here. And then we've got a generator lockout right here, which the other side is right there. There we go. That's how we're going to be making sure that we don't backfeed anything that we don't want to or anything like that. This is basically the same kind of setup that I have at my house right now. Okay, sub panel is all rewired. Leave this one off for right now. So all we did is basically wire nutted everything right up here and right over there, and brought it through there out to this side. Call that a day.
So what all did you get done today?
We went on the roof and rewired all the solar panels, so now we have 2 arrays, 10 in series. And then my dad got everything ripped off the wall in there, so it's a clean slate, right? And then we wired up the sub panel.
And it's what time?
5:29.
Okay, and what do you have to do tomorrow?
So we gotta do batteries tomorrow, wire up the inverter, and any sort of odds and ends that I can come across inside there.
The next morning.
Today's task is we're going to install the inverter, which is right down here. This is the 6,000 watt Lux Power off-grid inverter. This is mainly the whole reason behind the project is this inverter right here, because that's what you use to convert from your battery voltage to your house voltage. And in my dad's case, we're going from 24 volts to 48 volts, 120 volt to 240 volt. That's what that inverter is going to let us do. And we're going to mount it right here. And my dad just found the template to hang it inside the box. He thought it was packaging. Are you ready to get this party started?
I am.
How excited are you?
I am very excited.
How excited are you?
I'm excited because he won't have to run all the extension cords all over. There's some around the corner. You don't have to run the extension cords, and he can power more of the house off-grid. Are you ready? I'm going to put it on the wall, and he's going to screw it. Looks level, perfectly level. Okay, we're gonna disassemble this 24 volt battery completely so we can make a little bit more room in here for the other 8 batteries that need to go in here, so we can kind of rearrange the battery. You hand them to me and I'll take them.
Paper and all.
Okay.
Is this an ab workout?
Yeah.
You
Do you want to switch places? Talking about working out.
Maybe I should.
I could film you.
Okay. Well, how many are left? Probably not.
One, because you took so long to decide. But when we go back in, there'll be 16 instead of 8.
Well, let me know when that happens.
Now we just got to remove the BMS and stuff that's in here, and this bottom piece of wood. Mm-hmm. And then what? Got to drill a hole somewhere.
I'm gonna move this to the outside and put a
Is
hole
this?
there.
Can this also do 48?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, that's why I kept it.
Okay. I thought we were throwing that one out to the curb.
No.
Alrighty, we are at a point, I think, that we have the box all converted over and how we want to use it. So we have a little tiny positive and negative coming in through the existing hole that he had. And then he just wanted to mount everything on the back side. So we've got our JBD BMS right here. All the balance wires and stuff are going to come off of that and then go through this butthole right here. He wanted to continue using the Anderson connector, so we got that attached right back here. And then we have our fuse that's going to be right there. Then of course on the front, right over here, we are going to remount the little screen that he had. This screen right here, that'll be mounted again right back to the front. And then we have all of our batteries sitting right over here. And also, Andy, if you're watching, this would be, you would be very proud because this is going to be a Frankenstein battery. Because what kind of batteries do we have?
Eve
and I'd have to look it up. We got 2 different kinds right down here. Got 8 of these, and then we have 8 of these right here. And they're all gonna go inside that box right underneath the inverter, which we're gonna do right now. So you're saying you don't wanna lift all 16 batteries and try to lift that up and put it in here?
I wasn't too excited about it.
Yeah, I'm not either. We did have to modify our BMS wiring harness here, since this BMS can do up to like 21S or something like that, depending on what S you have. You have to wire in a bunch of leads together. You know, he had it at a 24 volt or 8S before, so I think there was more together. And this time we just had to remove some of those and put them all together. That's this little group right here of 6 wires. Now we're going to start bringing in the batteries. There's not a lot of room in here, but okay. Excuse me. Now for the very, very tricky and intricate part. So that's going to be our positive and negative. So we're going to go here, here, here with a modified guy, here, here, and then there with a modified bent guy. One there, there, modified guy there, regular one, regular one, regular one, modified guy. Then we need a bent modified guy there, and then we need a modified guy right there. There we got 53.8 volts. Alrighty, we have all the batteries and bus bars and balance wires all connected up. I need to put another zip tie right there before it makes me go insane. We'll probably come back in a little bit later and make this a little bit nicer. Down here on the front, we do have the display working, 54.13 volts. That is the main thing. Everything seems to be working just fine on here, and we can see all 16 cells right through here. So everything appears to be working pretty good. My dad's gonna put the final touch on, just some plexiglass on top of there so nothing accidentally shorts out and all that kind of fun stuff. Boom.
Need to go.
Okay, and you're gonna drill a hole for that.
I'll drill a hole for this,
Okay,
and then
we'll come back and do piping.
Everyone's going to the rodeo tonight. We just wanted to let you know.
Right there, as you like it.
I like it.
Alrighty. Negative battery cable. Negative. We've got to put a washer on there, and then a lock washer, And then we're putting the nut. Okay? This would be a negatory. Pattern is full. What do you say, Lauren? You want to try that spot?
Yeah.
I think that's a good spot.
My favorite spot. I love that spot. Good job.
Got that one in there.
That was good with the drill.
Was it good form?
Screwdriver. Yeah.
Tip number 77. Longer wood screws. Longer is better. Longer is more gooder.
Huh.
That's gonna go. It's gonna hang it right there. This one's gonna go right here.
So, do you know?
I don't know.
Oh.
Just putting this into this here circuit breaker
Yeah.
that you can see right here.
Yeah. I saw
I'm
that.
gonna tighten that down with
Need a
this
tool.
screwdriver because it was the closest one available. Tighten this one here down. Okay. Those are tight. That's tight. That's tight. That's tight. Tight, 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 tight. This is DIY with Average Joe. And this is my dad. Average Dad.
No. Average butch. With average
This
Joe.
is father-son bonding. See? Snip. I don't remember which side I needed, Lauren. Which one was it?
I think it was the one on this hand. Oh,
Pick
there's
one.
same size.
Oh my gosh, they are. You got a screwdriver? You want to pull on it? All right. Moving right along.
You'll never see it.
From a galloping horse.
That galloping horse is never going to be in here. It might be a mule deer, though, sticking his head in the window.
Do you have a tip? Tip number 35?
Tip number 35 is don't push very hard on the insulation when you're cutting because you'll cut through the wiring and you don't want to do that. You just want to cut the insulation only and then give it a nice twist. Then shove it up into this hole and tighten it down. See? Negative to negative, positive to positive.
Ah, are you positive?
No. All right.
Yeah.
That's turned off. We are bringing this around and we're gonna give the inverter a little bit of power here. Click. Click. It's my calibrated elbow.
Ah.
Next, we are going to run grid incoming.
They're almost ready to go off grid.
That's right. We are almost ready to go off grid. Okay. Ground is going to go over here. Neutral is going to go back there. Okay, main panel grid in.
Grid, yeah.
Grid is L1 is black. L2 is red.
Are you cooking with Crisco?
Cooking with Crisco. Cooking with Crisco.
What's tip number 51?
Tip number 1 would
Is your screwdriver too small?
it's spinning the handle.
It is?
Yeah. Tip number 87 and a half.
Don't use screwdrivers
Don't
that
use
spin the handle.
spinny handle screwdrivers. Alrighty, so back to tip number
51.
51 is always install your grounds first. You pull on that, Dad.
When you have extra wire, do you ever drape it over your head and pretend like it's hair?
All the time.
And
I was
you
about to do with this over here, but I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and use it.
That could be the load.
Yes.
When you see your power go off in there, that's when you know that we're getting ready to go off grid.
Okay, got those connected. Grid in, load out. Give them a little wiggle. Tighten them again. Cutting it. Right here.
Wait, no.
How old are these pliers, Dad? I feel like they're really old, but they're probably not.
Since 1980.
These are lineman's pliers from 1980.
Good.
These are Klein.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get new breakers for this. Right?
Yep. You can turn this on now, can't you?
Yeah. Inverter power on. Do that on. Just want to make sure it doesn't blow up right here. Okay. Got some power lights over there. You don't have battery communication, so I'm going to turn on output. There we go. 240. 19, 118. Okay, so that's good for that. You want to send it? Full send it? You ready?
Yes.
Okay, you're off grid.
I'm filming you.
And
Look
I'm,
at your face.
and I'm closing the box.
Okay, PV1 voltage 300. PV2 voltage 280. And this is how much power we're bringing in. So 160 to 170 watts on PV1. PV2 is 140 to 150. Okay, so we could wrap up in here real quick because I don't know if I described exactly everything that happened in here because we were getting kind of late and it was really hot in here and I just needed to get it done. Some of this stuff in here is going to change. We just wanted to hook it up to make sure we get everything working. Okay, so the solar wires right here, this is not permanent. This box is probably gonna get moved and it's gonna go in conduit later on. Battery cables and stuff underneath here, my dad's going to put in these little wire management things and clean all of that up. We just don't have time to do that right now. And then for our wiring, I could show you a little bit closer if you want to see it. So obviously, starting over here on the left-hand side is going to be our battery cables, and you can see it right up there. On the top, it says battery positive and negative. And right over here is going to be all of our AC wiring. So the first two right here, on the back it says load. That's going to be the sub panel that we're powering. And then right next to that is going to be grid back there. So this is our grid coming in if we need it. And then of course if we were doing any sort of pass-through or whatever, it'll just come in this side and go out that side. Our neutrals are right over here in the back, and then our grounds or protection earth are also back there on their own separate bus bar. And then PV1 and 2, positive, negative, and negative. For this system, we don't have any battery communications. If we did have that, it would plug into this port right here. This battery is a DIY battery, and the way he has it set up, right. You can do communication with batteries that you can buy. They'll have another port like this directly on the battery. You can plug in your communication cable right here to the inverter, plug the other side into your battery, and then all of the information that you need from your battery is displayed correctly on the inverter and inside the app. But since we're using a DIY battery, it kind of throws its best guess out there, which is fine. I've ran my system previously like that, but ever since I've tried communications. I haven't gone back. Everything is accurate as accurate.
It's simple.
It makes it simple. Yeah, you just plug it in. That's it. You don't have to throw in other numbers and all that kind of stuff. So he is going to look into the communication port or communication capabilities with this. It'll plug back in here on the BMS, and then again it'll plug right back into the port on the inverter right there. But yeah, that's it. Really, this is a pretty easy and simple installation. The only suggestions I would have is make sure you have everything close by, so you're not running around in different areas trying to find tools or wire connections, you know, butt connectors. You know, make sure you have everything kind of right here in front of you so you can see it, and so you can grab as you go. Grab and go. So you want to do some load testing now. So it's actually the next day. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's the next day.
3.
Yeah, this is day 3. And yesterday you just ran it off grid all night, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's no problems or anything like that. So we're going to do some actual testing, right? You want to run some stuff, right? And make sure it all works?
Yeah, everything is running except for the washing machine or dryer. Phantom power, the TV in the other room.
Okay. So he's running the entire house minus the stove, right? That's...
Yeah, and the hot water heater.
Oh, and the hot water heater. He's got a on-demand hot water heater, which is what, 12?
18,000
Oh,
watts.
18,000 watts. So we'd need a few more of these to power that, and more batteries to power that. Oh yeah. He's got the baseboard heaters that go around. Those we're not powering off-grid either because he never really uses them. We're powering everything, so the refrigerator right here is off-grid, and what's really nice is I don't see extension cords anywhere.
They're all gone.
Refrigerator, we've got lights, we've got swamp cooler. We're just going to do some random load testing to make sure everything works. There we go. That was quicker. Okay, so 1975 watts. Oh, you were actually charging off of solar. Did you see that?
I see that.
Well, I mean, we have 1600 watts of solar coming in, but you're actually powering your house off of solar.
That's what I want.
Yeah, and charging at the same time. Okay, so it's going to go back. 1900 watts down to, that was 600 watts on the battery. There we go. All right, so now your house load is only 400 watts, 1500 watts of solar coming in, and you're charging your batteries at 917 watts.
So there's no battery usage.
No battery usage at the moment. You're charging, and you're running your entire house, which you've never been able to do before.
It just makes you smile.
It does make you smile. It does make you smile because you've never been able to do it before. Okay, what else can we turn on? Can we turn on everything minus the dryer?
Sure.
All right.
What's everything?
Whatever you got. Let's turn it all on. You're having a party. Everybody's coming over. You're turning everything on. I know all these are LED, but it's okay. Now, as long as they're being powered off of your system, butch power, then that's what we want. We're only up to 500 watts so far. That it? That all we got? You got all your computer stuff? All that's running off of this system now, right?
Yeah.
You're not running off of a 12-volt system in there, right?
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
There's no 12 volt.
Okay, good.
Does that light have a light?
Oh, what about this light? She said she was running the CPAP all night as well. So that's another good thing for systems like this, is you can run all your emergency equipment, medical needs that you need. And that's one of them that my mom needs. 700 watts. So your biggest load's probably in there, right?
Probably.
So we're only up to 742 watts right now with everything on. Did you already make coffee and all that? Can we do simulated coffee? I like simulated coffee. We're only at 738 watts and we're still charging the battery. Simulated pot of coffee starts right now. We're at 743 currently. All right, there's 2800 watts. Let's try the microwave too. Now we're at 3000, so we're only halfway there. But half of that's from solar. Oh, 3600. Since we're not doing battery communication, the inverter thinks that the batteries are fully 100% charged, which they're not. Oh, I guess that's the other thing is we don't know which, so we want to make sure our loads are balanced. And I don't know if we did that or not. So we can actually go in here on solar assist. If you look at phase 1 and phase 2, that's your different phases on your sub panel that you're drawing from or powering from. So one side's only 250 watts and the other side is 2600 watts. So you kind of want to get those as balanced as you can whenever you're running everything in your entire house. But at this moment, we're obviously drawing 2600 watts basically right there. So that load imbalance is going to be okay. But whenever you're running the entire house, you want to make sure it's somewhat balanced if you can. If you find that you're running just way too much on one side, you just need to swap a breaker, L1 to L2. Just swap them around. Okay, whenever that's done, I want to do the dryer because I want to see if it'll go on grid or if you're going to keep it off grid. No, the dryer's on. There wasn't really much of a blink either.
No, I didn't notice a blink.
Okay, so yeah, we're drawing 7,300 watts right now. That's obviously too much. I'm just curious if it's going to... There it goes. So that's what happens. If you pull too much, it's going to pull from the grid until you drop below 6,000 watts, and then it'll switch back over.
So let me go turn that off, maybe. Bottom pot.
Oh, you want to try that? Okay. Yeah, see if it'll do that. Sure. Because we're almost there. Well, I think the inverter has to sense less than 6,000 watts for a certain amount of time. Then it'll switch back over. Turn off a few more things. We're still above basically 6,000 watts. Oh, there it goes. It just switched. Well, it'll switch you completely over to grid since it's not a hybrid inverter. So if you go over 6,000 watts, it puts you on grid. The surge capacity of this inverter is 2 times the rated power, so 12,000 watts for 5 seconds. If you exceed that, it'll pull from the grid. I know there's a timetable in here somewhere that'll tell you that it'll basically be on grid for a minimum of, we'll say 5 minutes or something like that, because what the inverter is trying to do is always try to put you in off-grid mode if it can. But if it keeps sensing over 6,000 watts, it's going to stay on grid. So it has to sense under 6,000 watts, I believe, for 5 minutes. At least that's how long it took for us to switch back off grid, because it did eventually go. Just stay under 6,000 watts and you'll be good to go. So if you're running the dryer, you really can't run much. So I don't think he's going to run the dryer very often, and if he does, he's going to have...
We're right at 500 watts.
Oh, you're right at 500 watts. If you do run dryer, I would try to do it in the middle of the day when you have solar.
Yeah.
Minimum load everywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, when the sun's shining bright, I always tell Mom it's a good day to wash clothes.
Yeah. Okay, I think we basically tested everything on the inverter. We've tested everything out, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to have extension cords everywhere. That's a big thing for me because Mom seems to trip and fall. You seem to trip on things too.
But I don't fall down.
You don't fall down. So that's a good plus that we don't have to have extension cords everywhere. Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Any improvements or changes you want
No.
that you know of yet?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's DIY, so it's going to change again someday.
Yeah.
It always does.
It always does.
It's a thumbs up.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
You're off grid.
Cool.
That's the cover we're going to be installing.
Oh, how'd you know we wanted that?
I think that's it, right? Minus the cleanup that you're going to do.
Oh, I've done some cleaning.
Yeah, I know. I made a mess. I was just throwing shit everywhere. Time now is 12:54. Looks like we're doing 3,773 watts. And you said you've never seen that much power come in before, ever.
No, ever.
If everything is reading correctly, which we're going to find out here shortly, battery might be at 82% state of charge, and we also changed the solar assist to match. So we're just going to see if everything tracks correctly as it should. So this is directly off of the battery that's over there right now, right? So 82% state of charge, which is 82% state of charge, which is good. The only place that's not going to read correct is up here because we don't have communication between the inverter and the battery. All right, Dad, what else you got to say? What do you like most about this system?
That everything right now, today, is off-grid. There's nothing coming from the grid. That's what I like.
Is that new for you?
Yeah, because there's phantom power, TVs, phone chargers, tablets, those things, some of them are on the grid.
On the grid all the time?
Yeah, you know, not everything in my office in there was off-grid.
And now it is.
Now it is.
Yeah.
We can do some 3D printing off-grid.
You can do 3D printing off-grid, and if the power company decides to install a power pole across the street,
Like they did once before.
it won't interrupt your 3D printing anymore.
Correct.
You can do it all off-grid.
Yeah, it actually stopped one of my 3D prints.
And that one was a 24-hour print?
It was a long print, yeah.
Longer than 24 hours?
I think so.
Yeah. So this inverter actually came from BigBattery. This one came from BigBattery.
Yes.
And they're actually not really going to carry this model anymore because they have teamed up with EG4 or Signature Solar. So now they have the 6000 XP. If anybody's looking for this specific inverter, they don't carry it anymore, but they do carry the EG4 version of this, which is the EG4 6000 XP. It's actually an upgrade for this one because the EG4 version has built-in circuit breakers along this panel right here, and then on the side there is a PV disconnect. All right, so that's why we had to add our own breakers on this one. So we have a battery breaker up here, and then we have our PV breakers down there. In the newer version, it's already built in on there, and you don't have to do any of that stuff. So that's kind of nice. So thank you again, BigBattery. You guys rock. You ready to go shopping?
I want to go shopping.
If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you put those down in the comment section. My dad will reply to every single one of those. And if you write in Butch Power,
Oh, I was going to say bison burger.
oh, Bison Burger, in your comment, then you will get a special treat.
Special treat?
Special treat.
A bison burger?
Other than that, I will see you on the next.
Shenanigans.
Several months later.
Doubled my dad's power, but it's kind of a sneak peek because I did a whole video that I still have to edit like a year ago, so stay tuned for that video. I hooked my dad up with this little 6,000 watt Lux Power inverter, and then we hooked up a generator transfer switch. We also hooked up a sub panel, so that's all. Oh, and we like rewired your solar panels.
Yep.
And
Rewired.
we did all sorts of stuff, so make sure you stay tuned. I'll get that video edited as soon as we get back from our trip. For more videos on my dad's systems, if you want to see it, I do have at least one more video that we did out here a couple years ago with his camper. We upgraded that from lead acid to lithium. Do we have any other videos?
Has a video with building this as a 24.
On your channel, right?
Yeah.
On my dad's channel. I'll have his channel linked down below. He'll have more videos about when it was a 24 volt system. Did you have a video on your little boxes over here?
I do.
These were little 12 volt battery boxes. He built these first. He's got videos on those. We basically robbed the batteries from this to put in there. So we robbed Peter to pay Paul, right? So if you want to see any of those videos, subscribe, of course, because that's number one. And number two, I'll have some linked down below, and I'll have my dad's channel linked down below too. That should be it for now. Should be the end. The end.